Hey everybody, we down here at the GPAA meeting area in the creek. I done a video a while back, me and my wife dredging down here. Today we're gonna be high banking. I brought her with me again today. Very pleased that she got out with me. But we got set up and we'll get ready here in just a little bit to take some footage and get us another video made. I'm finally getting some time to get out and enjoy it, so hopefully there'll be more videos to come. Alright, we'll be back in a bit. Alright everybody, as y'all can see, this is much different material than what we had at Mountain Creek. Gonna throw a little bit in there and watch me shovel for a little bit. Get it back on my hat. Digging out from this bank right here. Nice big rocks in here. I'm kinda hoping I'm not digging tailings, which I don't think that I am. Hey, which way's my camera pointing? Kindly. Okay, that's good. Sorry about that. Making sure y'all can see what I'm doing here. Made a bit of a bigger classifier out of Tupperware. I'm gonna let her string that down so that I ain't got such big rocks in my having to dig out with my hand. Because again, it's still February and that water's freezing cold. Excuse me again. But she's got to get on with it. That's why I'm digging right now. Right over in there is about a 6-foot deep hole, so got to be careful. Finger on the rock. Where's them gloves at? I need the right one. What? Right one.
That's the left one.
Huh?
That's the left one.
This one?
Yeah, that's the left one. I really know it's my left and my right.
Y'all believe that? There's a rock jam in here. I think I'm gonna have to raise her back up a notch. Dropped her down as far as it'll go, and it ain't washing my rocks out. So Let me fix that and we'll be back with you. Alright, we back at it again here. I done go test something. I don't know if I have my water running too hard or what. But I didn't see anything in it, but I ain't setting up and removing nowhere. We got here a little bit late today. So we're just gonna play with this and see what we get, if anything. I know there's gold in this creek. I found plenty of it. There's also glass in the creek. You kind of have to be careful. Drop this thing down again. Take that wing nut loose over there. Cut that switch off on that pump. Let me get this adjusted again and we'll be right back.
What am I doing?
Alright. I didn't adjust it. I got looking at it, so I ain't gonna adjust it. It looks alright. Wife says she likes this. First time she's ever high banked. So that's a good thing. Pretty black sand in there. I just hope it's full of gold. Have to take your fingers and run it along right here.
Yeah.
Kind of like work them bigger rocks out of there if you can. Alright. Huh? Hey, Gilbert. Alright. We'll come back to you in just a minute. Alright, we're back at it now. Again. That guy's gonna come up to my house and test the property tomorrow. So test my creek. We're gonna see if it's worth me keep messing with. Supposed to be manning my post for me. It's gone. Slacking on your job, woman. A little more water pressure to it. ya. Alright. Get you back on my hat. Huh? No, I don't want to have to try to stumble across them rocks. Hang on to that rock. Help me out there. Pull that bungee back there. Pump's running a little funny. I think the carburetor needs to be rebuilt on it. There's a big rock too in there. There's an awful lot of fines in there.
What?
But there's a lot of fines in there. I hope that ain't a bad sign. There you go. we'll be back shortly. Alright. Yeah, y'all run. A woman done got redneck on us here.
Hang on.
Done kicked her feet, shoes off her feet, and she getting in there with it. Our material's changing a little bit, starting to get more playish. Flush some water up, there you go. I'm down about 3 foot, 2.5. Still on pretty decent dirt, other than catching a little clay here and there. Lay that clay on the very end of the shovel. You smell that sewer now? Huh? Too late, baby.
It ain't too late. Get in.
Boulders hung up in here. Oh, about to bust my horse. There's how deep I am, y'all. That's my kneecap right there. And I'm standing on the shovel, so that'll tell you a little something. Oops, look at that big old boulder. Wash that rock off good. Banker here. I'm getting a little full.
Ashley said she would like to mine more for gem. She'd like to find some rubies.
She needs to go to a ruby mine.
Huh?
She needs to go to a ruby mine.
They can find them like that around here.
Probably not.
What about up in Marion?
That's where the ruby mine's at. Whew. Alright, we'll be back in a few. taking a break watching her work. Come down here and told me to dig that pile up right there where they've dug out the creek over there. Told me I should have been running that. He's wanting to get that knocked down. And moving a lot more dirt by doing that. I ain't got to worry about slipping and sliding. Excuse that phone. Sorry about that. But moving a lot more dirt. Sitting here watching her work. I have to go get her some more dirt. I hope we got a little bit of gold this go round, but that's prospecting. You don't know if you're gonna have it or not. Just take that chance. You're showing everybody your booty, baby. Work that thing for me, mama. Let's go get her some more dirt. See how much I've done dug out. About a half a bucket, 3/4 at a time. A little something she can handle. And I can carry it down through there without killing myself. I'm out here enjoying myself. I ain't out here working myself to death. Under leaves and all, I don't care. That's a little more than 3/4, but it's alright. Just rest for a minute. You ain't got to kill yourself to do this. Excuse me there for moving the camera so high. Nose is wanting to run. Like I said, I don't know if there's a whole lot of gold in here or not, but something better than nothing. All right, We'll be back with you in a few. I'm gonna sit here and watch her work. Oh, I got her 2 buckets over there. I know. She likes my big gloves.
Just a couple hours is okay.
You're tired. You're tired. We'll run a couple more buckets and we'll go. We'll clean up. So y'all don't think I'm making her do all the work. I'm digging over there and bringing her the buckets down to here.
I ain't doing all the work. I play too much.
Tuck it in?
Tuck it in the glove.
We're tucking her sleeve in her shirt. Or in
Because
the
they get
glove.
wet, because they're long. That part's in there. It's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
That was about too big to get in there. Get her to get it in the hole instead of all over the side. It might be alright. Another beautiful day sitting out here doing nothing but killing time. Enjoying what the good Lord give us. Kinda wish I'd have brought my dredge today. I'd have been up yonder dredging. But it is what it is. Hey, when you dump the bucket in there, kindly dump it slow. When you dump the bucket in there, dump it slow. Done had my mean bean coffee for today. Well, for this afternoon for a while. Learn for the job. Big rock right in the way. I like to get down deep. My understanding, this stuff's sitting out here and the rain rains on it. Over time, the gold just washes to the bottom. Now, I don't know how true that is. If that's true, somebody leave me some comments. Problem is, there's just a lot of big rocks down there. Like that. Alright, I'm going to sit here and watch her work a little bit. We'll be back here in a little bit. Now we're working together and we're getting more material moved. Huh?
Mouthful of dirt.
Do what?
Got dirt in my mouth.
You ain't supposed to eat it.
No. Trying not to anyway.
Alright, we'll get some more. We're down at the GPAA clubhouse today, where we're at. I think I said that earlier, but just in case I didn't. Now we're getting where I'm getting into some hard stuff. We're probably gonna run these 2 buckets and call it quits. We got things that need to be done today. So Anybody thinks this crap's easy, you lost your freaking mind. Get off work just to go to work. All right. All right, y'all, we're gonna run these last two. I get home and run it through my glue bowl. Show you what we come up with, if anything. So until then, we'll see you in a little bit.